Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside Out Smile. I'm your host Dr. Amber Q and I'd like to pose a question to you today. I'm not sure of course if my listeners are Muslims or if they're non-Muslims, I don't know. But what I'd like to ask you today, regardless, is what is your purpose? Why do you think that you are in the world? I think that's the more pertinent question, really. Why do you think you are here? And what do you think of the world around you? Now, I ask you this question because Islamically, this world or dunya is just sort of distraction and play. So for Muslims, we are always aiming to sort of the hereafter or the afterlife. That's our permanent abode. So we see this world as a place of sort of temporary residence almost. You know, you have a visa and it expires and that's when you leave this world. You know, there are no appeals. Well, I guess actually maybe there are appeals, right? If you're sick and you pray. But the point is, this is a temporary abode. Now, the thing is, when you look at the world, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about the fact that when I was younger and you would travel, and one of the examples that really sticks out in my mind, actually there are two examples that really stick to my mind, that will really come to mind. One is the Royal Richmond Park in the UK, which is absolutely stunning. And I've been going there for years, since I was a youngster. But now it just looks very eroded compared to what it used to be. So that's one fact. So let's just park that on the side. The other thing I'd like to speak about is Rome. Oh my gosh, I love Italy and I love Rome. I've been to Rome several times. I even took a friend for a day trip. I love it that much. I used to love going to the Colosseum. And then recently I saw a YouTube video with the Colosseum and it looked, again, so eroded and decayed compared to when I had seen it. And when I think back to younger years, where, you know, you would have a soda drink or a fizzy drink for fun, or as a treat, and you would enjoy various things, whether it was sweet, and you knew that, they're bad for your teeth. But, you know, generally you were eating healthier food. Tomatoes tasted like tomatoes, etc. And the world just seemed so much more of an innocent place. Now, in reality, it wasn't. It was just that at that time, there was no social media. So we weren't aware of things that were happening on the other side of the world and the way people were suffering. You know, we only saw what mainstream media would show us. But add to that sort of, scientific advances, as well as social media and just general technological advances, we now know what foods are really bad for you. And I already feel as if that, you know, Islamically we say that when you pass, the curtain is drawn away, the veil is lifted, and your eyes see the reality of the unseen world. And in a sense, I think we're getting a taster of that here, in that we now know that fizzy drinks are really bad for you. We know that vaping, smoking, all these things that were, you know, dressed up with marketing, that they were great. We now know those things are really detrimental to the human body and mind. And as these things are becoming more and more evident, many people are waking up. And it's not just those sort of things. So we've got degradation of the world physically. We've got companies, whether it's dumping sewage in rivers, whether it is fizzy drinks being bad for you, whether it's people being exploited. It just seems that there is injustice everywhere. And I heard this video the other day, or I heard this person speaking on a video, and it just really made me think, actually. We all know it's not good to keep money in the bank because, it just depreciates. But the way he was just speaking about banks not being a place to store money, but banks dealing in securities and assets, and he was speaking about how the most precious resources are time, energy, and attention, and that, one should essentially do other things with one's finances. And I just think that it's so interesting because these things wouldn't really be spoken about if we didn't have social media. So it's excellent as a tool, but of course it depends on how you use it. Is the addictive nature of it going to take control of you, or are you going to take control of it? And so I think, and use it for your own benefit in terms of, as he'd said in the video, your time, energy, and attention. And I think that's the thing, we are duped into so many things because of marketing. We think that, if we need more energy, we'll have such and such fizzy drink, which has disastrous effects on our health, rather than looking at the cause for our lack of energy and going for something organic that is actually going to work with our physiology. And if we are being missold these things and misinformed, what else are we being misinformed by? We know that we've been totally lied to about Palestine. I mean, certainly, obviously, there's some people who are still, I don't know, on another planet regarding that. But the point is, so many people, and for those of us who knew from the beginning, what was happening, and we were trying to inform others, but now, of course, everyone is aware. We can all see the truth of what's going on. And although some people are still blinded, but the thing is, those are just small examples of what is happening around us. So if in all those things we have been deceived and essentially the world is being destroyed, degraded, just organically, physically, then maybe we are also being destroyed by others in terms of the effects that substances or tools are having on us in terms of our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health, including sort of financial health, etc., and all these other things. So I guess I come back full circle to, why do you think you are here? What is your true purpose? Because are you being lulled into a false sense of security that you're just here to follow trends, to indulge, not to care about your community, about society at large, about the welfare of people, animals, plants, the sea, the planet generally? Maybe it's all, all of this distraction is a guise to take your time, your energy, and your attention, and to distract you from the reality of the situation. Obviously, as a Muslim, I know from the depths of my soul that Islam is the truth, and that there is an afterlife, there is a hereafter, and there will ultimately be justice. And the question really is, which side are you going to be on? So until the next episode, let's all create connection and not just change lives, but save lives.